Alright, YouTube, it's me, your man, Uncle D, and I'm here shooting from the soccer number 10 laboratory as usual. Now, in this video, I just try to keep this short and simple. Well, yesterday my wife gave me this feather, and she said to put it within my hair. So I was like, okay. So I thought that she was being funny. So I decided to get myself a wig real quick. Then I came back and I said, okay, now the feather is in my hair. What's the problem? Well, she said, now I look like Robin Hood, but this time a black Robin Hood. So I was like, okay, whatever. Now, boy, you guys have seen what's going on in the soccer world. First of all, Iran, Algeria, some of my prediction as usual, accurate. In some of the stats, many of the teams that I suggested would have won, especially Argentina, technically lost that game. However, the coach for, I think it's Iran, made some poor changes. So many of the problems that are happening, let's take this thing off real quick. Many of the problems that happen during these games are basically problems based upon coaches making the wrong decisions. Now, we saw where my predictions about South Korea, a patient team, would come back and, we saw all those things happening, beautiful shots from distance. Now, here we are looking at USA. USA, based on my stats, won against Portugal easily. And my slates. So let's understand this real quick. First of all, USA will start off slow and then come back and give you trouble, right? I also want you to notice where I made mention in one of my videos about Ghana and how they gave Germany so much trouble. And for you guys who have watched that game, that was the best game played in the World Cup so far. It reminds you of 1982 World Cup, 1986 World Cup, the thrilling moments. But as you can see, the Ghana's coaches, these coaches are making all the wrong mistakes in changing teams, team players, and formations real quickly. That's the same problem that happened with England. Because England, in my stats, in my slates, won many of their games, but the coaches are putting the players at the wrong spots. That's just it. It's nothing to do with the team being a US billion dollar team and £5 million team. It's just that the players and the coaching staffs are the tacticians. The so-called tacticians who are being paid, who are on payroll, are not doing their job tactically to place the right players in the right spot for the right skills. So they're seeing the game totally from about here in this level, a lower level, while I'm seeing the game something totally different. Because many of the games that I've seen are easily won from these teams that I've suggested. Now, the US of A, as I'd suggested, and it predicted actually in my predictions, the USA should have won that game against Portugal. Portugal was going to come out with a bang, and then US is going to rise to the occasion in the dying moments. USA will do the same thing against Germany, and the Germans, due to the elements and the heat, might be a factor and lose, but Germany is going to come out blazing against USA, and then USA has to come back in the second half to rise to the occasion. And you're going to see a clash of tactics. During my analysis and mental play out of that game between USA and Germany, I saw where it was Germany favorites to win that game 3.5%, US favorites to win that game 2.5%, based upon the formations that I've seen and the second half rise to the occasions and the defensive role of the USAA. Yes, the USAA can knock Germany out. Seriously. If they use some of the formation that I've seen. Okay. Now, This is about something tragic that happened in this game. First of all, Damsey, or abandoned ship. As a captain, your role should be the last man off, unless you're just falling out. You understand? And that's just the primary factor what happened in that game. Dempsey would have slowed the clock down if he was on the ship. So basically, the USA captain abandoned ship. There was no captain sailing the ship. Notice when Dempsey came off, he had the captain band on. Seriously, excuse me. He had the captain band on, so the USA ship was just sailing into the harbor without no captain. When I first learned the game soccer and I was told that this guy's the captain and you wear the captain band, so I was like, okay. The captain was the guy who gives orders, so I went home and I looked it up in the dictionary and it said the captain is the man sailing the ship. And yeah, he has different roles. And then when I got into understanding more about sailing and the importance of the captain on the ship, I figured out that the captain has some certain protocols. He has to instill confidence. He has to make sure the crew is, morale is high and so forth. Dempsey did all that. And the captain must be, if the ship is sinking, whatever, winning or losing, the captain should be the last man off the ship. So here we have, in dying moments, USA 2-1, winning the game as I predicted they would against Portugal. From my playing out of the game mentally. And the captain came off, never gave his captain band to someone who relieved him. And that's just, you guys might see it's something totally different, that the other teams played well in the dying moments of the game. You see, the tension and the heat was hot out there. You could see Cristiano Ronaldo not performing as predicted, diving and all that crap as predicted. But USA lost that game. When I say lost the game, I don't mean on score sheet, but they lost the game that they needed so much, just in case they had faced Germany, and they had won already 6 points. They lost that game due to captain abandoned ship. Whatever you want to say anything else, I'll understand. But I understand how soccer works. And if you're a captain, you stay on till the ship sink. No captain jump overboard. You guys would blame the team that the team didn't just bounce the ball around, kill the time and whatsoever. Klinsmann knew after the game. He knew that was the primary reason why we lost. Captain should have been on the ship still. Sail it into the harbor. For those of you U.S. patriots, I know what I'm talking about. The last captain on the ship. Even though I was never a sailor. But go on me. All be all you can be. So, with that said, hope you enjoyed this video. I'm looking for something exciting. And we are going to see it between Chile versus Netherlands. And as I said, Netherlands has a 4.5% of beating Chile if Chile gets cocky. And if Chile keeps their composure, Chile with their 3.5 can just walk over Netherlands easily. And once they have defeated Netherlands, the only team left to fear is just Brazil. They would have to fear Germany, because we all saw what happened with the Heat when the Guyanans played Germany. The Guyanans played Germany actually. We saw where Germany was just, they had to resort to the bench, and the bench didn't even want to get out to help them. So with that said, guys, just enjoy yourself, watch the World Cup, have fun, and be safe.